welcome to today's lesson about source evaluation. We're going to be talking about how we can evaluate our sources to ensure that they are things that we should be using in our research. So, how do we evaluate the quality of a source? Well, it's pretty simple actually. We just need to ask ourselves, is this source crap? And by that, I mean we need to run it through the CRAAP test. When we are evaluating sources, we want to make sure that they are quality sources and that they're not complete and total crap. So, what makes a quality source, you might be asking? First thing we're going to start with is the first C in our CRAAP test, which is currency. This is going to help us evaluate the quality of a source. So, currency. How old is this source? Remember, we want the information in our papers to be as up to date as possible. We're always learning new things, and there may be newer data or information about our topic available to us. For example, in ancient Greece, they believed that a woman's uterus wandered around their body and that caused significant psychological stress. We now know that information is incorrect and outdated. We would not want to use old data or information unless we were giving background on the history of our topic and how it has evolved. The second C in our CRAAP test is for completeness of information. Is this source giving me all the information, or do I still need to do some digging? So when we're evaluating a source, we need to see if the source answers all the questions we have about a topic. Is it presenting only one side of the information? Are there others who disagree? When we look at the data in research studies, for example, we want to make sure that the study has been completed. For example, sample sizes for surveys and research studies. Why is this important? If there is a small sample size, there may not be enough information to draw complete conclusions, and we might want to look at other sources to help fill in the gaps. The R in our CRAAP test is going to stand for relevancy, which is also checking for quality. Is this source relevant to my research topic or my research question? When we're looking for quality sources, we need to be able to filter out information that is not helpful to us. A source may be about a closely related topic, but may not fully relate to or answer our research question. For example, if my research question is how does banning books affect the critical thinking skills of high school students? Now, I might find a lot of information on how banning books is bad for elementary students, but that information doesn't answer my specific research question because I'm not asking about elementary age students. I'm asking specifically about high school students. The first A in our CRAAP test is going to be for accuracy. Is this source giving me the correct information? When we're checking the quality of our sources, we need to know if they are giving us accurate information. An easy way for us to do this is to look and see if the information has been duplicated elsewhere. Further research is needed to verify the accuracy of any information that we find in our sources. For example, if someone tells me that the sky over Boise, Idaho was puke green on Sunday, April 24th, 2014, I'm going to do some more research on that to ensure that they're giving me the right information, right? Like, I'm not just going to take their word for it. So imagine how silly I would look if I started spreading that information to other people. I would need to Google that and make sure that I can find pictures or other sources corroborating this story. You should always try to find at least one or two more quality sources to back up the information you have identified in a source. The second A in our CRAAP test is going to be for authority, which is testing credibility and reliability of our sources. So why should I trust the person who's giving me this information? Like, what kind of authority do they have to speak on this topic? So when we're searching for quality sources, we need to know that the person who is giving us this information knows what they're talking about. When we look at the authors of these sources, we want to ensure that they are experts in their field or are at least involved in the field in some way. We need to know why their voice and their opinion on this topic matters. One way to do this is to look into who the author of this work is. If they say they're a researcher at a university, Google them. Make sure they are who they say they are. You guys do this all the time and verify that people are who they say they are. Whenever you're interacting with YouTube or TikTok or anything else, you guys are experts at digging up dirt on other people, so apply it here. Those are good skills to have. Apply it here. For example, I wouldn't trust a baker or an English teacher to tell me how airplanes are able to fly, would I? Absolutely not. No. I would ask an aerospace engineer. Should I just take their word for it? No, 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 no. I should find other sources that let me know they aren't lying about who they are. You don't want to get catfished. All right. So, the final thing that we're going to be evaluating our sources for is for purpose, and that's going to be the P in our CRAAP test. This is evaluating for reliability and bias. So why is this person giving me this information? What is their goal in giving me this information? When we're searching for quality sources, we need to keep in mind the purpose for which someone wrote the source. We need to ask ourselves who the author is, why they wrote it, and who their audience is, as well as what goals they might have in mind by sharing this information. For example, say there's a company who manufactures a product and they do their own research to ensure this product is safe. I personally would want to know who else has tested the safety of that product. Why? Because a company might have profit as their main goal, and has a company ever tried to get around safety to get their product on the shelves faster? You bet they have. Absolutely. That's why we have the FDA. So approval through federal agencies in that example is crucial. We were looking for things that are peer reviewed. And what peer reviewed means is that it's research that is tested or reviewed by other professionals in the field who come to the same conclusion about this particular set of data. Peer reviewed research is really important. Okay, guys, so that concludes our lesson.